Hi everyone and welcome to the Watercolour Advent calendar. We're halfway through. Can you believe? Well, we're getting to the halfway mark with day 12, so let's see what we've got today. A gorgeous Christmas stocking with a lovely decorative pattern and a little bit of mistletoe thrown in. Grab your paints and let's get started. Right then, so let's get this Christmas stocking drawn up. So I'm going to begin with the back and then there we go, there's the toe and up it comes and a little loop. So we'll give it some detail. I fancied doing a bit of a sort of decorative stocking this time. So we've done some fairly classic ones before, so I'm just going to pop a little simple Christmas tree pattern on there, and I thought we might pop just some mistletoe in whilst it's waiting for presents to come and fill it up. Right, so I'm going to do my stocking in a slightly sort of stylized colour palette. We've got sort of a pinky red, and then we've got a pine kind of green colour, which I will just knock back a fraction with a little bit of brown. But I've already said one of the best ways of knocking back a colour is to take its opposite, its complementary colour, which just so happens to be pinky red, and just pop a little bit of that in, and it makes for a really brilliant knocked back kind of colour. So that has actually turned out really nicely. Okay, so I've got my two main colours, and I always think a little bit of a sort of warm gold tone is a good idea too. So I'm going to begin with some stripes, I think. I don't want too much paint on my brush, not too much wetness. I'm going to just paint in a very faint wash of the gold colour up here. Doesn't matter if the colours bleed a little bit. It's all rather nice. And a little bit in the toe. So we've started off with really nice dilute colours. And whilst we're here, we might as well pop in a little bit of the mistletoe as well. Get this green here. I'm just going to try that little experiment again of taking a tiny bit of the red. There we go. Oh yeah, that's a good mistletoe colour. So I'm going to place in little paired leaves like that. And we can put in some little berries as well, so some little yellow ochre circles. I mean, I'm using my size 0 brush. I could go smaller, but because this brush has a lovely fine point, it means that it works really well. And I'm just sort of doing them floating around. They don't need to be properly connected. That's all just fine like that. Okay, now we've got our base colours in, we can play around with a bit of decoration. So I've got my green, I haven't used it yet. I'm going to put in a fine line of green. I'm going to do like a bit of a scalloped edge fringing. And I think I will do, what shall I do? Just some simple spots. There goes Crumble. So I'm just really enjoying building up the layers of this one, and just sort of using slightly unexpected colours. So I'm going to paint the Christmas tree gold, and then I'm going to do green decorations on it, which is kind of backwards, but it's yeah, it's all good. Right. Whilst I wait for that, I can just do maybe a little bit more of a detail on the mistletoe. So I'm just adding a bit of the greens together. It's going to give me a nice sort of low light colour and a stem colour. Always add in a little extra leaf if you want. I just can't believe we're getting so many lovely colours from this very simple little travel set. And we do sell these just individually in the Etsy shop. If you're sort of thinking, oh, that might be a nice way to just sort of upgrade your paints in a quick and easy manner. Anyway, back to this. So another great thing when you're using a limited colour palette is being able to make the most of the colours in their really dilute form as well as their more concentrated form, because it means we can then get some really nice variation while still using a really limited palette. So here's the concentrated Alizarin crimson, and again, so often with these, it's all about how effective a very limited colour palette can be. There we go, don't think we've got quite enough of that pink in there. And then I'm going to add a little line of it there. Nice one. Okay, so the last thing to do is wait for that Christmas tree to dry and then we will decorate it. So let's finish off with some Christmas decorations on this tree. Just really simple with that green. And let's just outline. And there we have a slightly different decorative Christmas stocking. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to share your paintings on social media and tag me at the Winton Paper Co, and I'd love to see them, and I'll share them too and spread the word about the wonderful Watercolour Advent calendar. Keep commenting to let me know how you're getting on with it all, and I'll see you again tomorrow.